Pinelands again with Whitney
right.
Ullman. Today we're going to be discussing one of the most important things that's on every candidate's mind this coming year. These bird statues, they are here for a very specific reason, and nobody really understands why, but here she is to explain to us about these toys as they're sticking up out of the ground. You can see behind me, even though the wind is strong, they're sticking quite stealthily
they're
over
very
there.
firmly upright. And the thing is, that's also a very valid point. It is election time right now, so we should really talk about the birds that are standing up right now. These are not real birds, as you can see behind us in the Pinelands. These birds are there for a purpose. Now, what we like
I thought they were real. I'm so
Yeah.
glad. I see.
Yes.
And even I was fooled. Okay.
I know, and that is the reaction that we're getting from many, and we want you to know that the birds are not real, but they are meant to call the real birds because we don't want them to go in any type of dangerous area. So these are like their friends. We know that if they land on these birds, that they will be safe. It's a safe haven for our wildlife because, of course, we are in a historic area, and we want to preserve the wildlife.
Now, can I ask you, in terms of feeding these birds, I know
Right.
often you see with the live wildlife, you see do not feed signs. Now, I'm curious as to why this particular wildlife sticking up out of the ground, why are there no feed signs? I mean, I was about to throw a bread
feed
to
them.
one of them, right?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because we do feed them. Even though they are not real, we feed them because we want the birds to see these are their friends. These are their camaraderie. You know, this is their comrade.
These are the comrades.
Comrades.
Yes,
Right.
the
You know,
comrades, yes.
sometimes, when I eat a lot, I can't really. We just had a nice
Right,
breakfast,
right,
and I
right.
couldn't really get the word out. But
Right.
yeah,
The comrades,
the
right, the
comrades, right. So, but yeah, we feed them actually, and it's really cool. As you can see, there's about a dozen of them. So when we pick up different foods, we make sure we have at least 12, portions. It just makes the most sense.
And what typically would we feed them? Because I actually saved a little bit of the pancake as well as some toast syrup, and I brought a little cup of coffee. Now, should I throw it directly at the birds, or do you want me to put it near them so they can actually look over the food?
Well, there's a very big misconception there. A lot of people feel that they should feed bread to birds, but birds don't like that. Birds like things like M&Ms, caramel candies, nuts.
That's right. I did read about that actually in your latest article.
Sweet.
Right.
Anything that's chocolate covered is what they like. So we don't want to give them bread. We don't want to give them coffee. Now, if it's like a tea, like an Earl Grey type of a tea, or sometimes even a green tea, that could be good.
I thought
An
you
English
mentioned
breakfast,
also as well.
right?
Yeah.
In my book, I did talk about that.
Right. That latest article, if you want to catch it, OTOTTO by Whitney Ullman, is going to talk about what are some of the things that you can actually give to those birds. Now, the last question I have for you before we conclude our session.
Thank you.
I see the Atlantic City skyline out over there. So my question to you is, how far do the birds have to fly in order to reach that area? Will it take them days? Will it take them a couple hours? It seems like they're right up front in that background there.
Right. Well, depending, listen, the type of bird, it depends on their wings that they have and how far that they can fly. Now, as you can see, these are stationary birds like we talked about.
So
So
they're not
not
moving,
real. They're
actually.
not moving.
Right.
But
So they
you
might
can
not
see,
get there. They might not. These might not actually ever.
They
get
might
there.
not ever get to Atlantic City, but you'll notice, and if I turn the camera around, you'd see, but there are actually signs that say 20 yards, 30 yards. So it's letting you know that that's how many yards it is from that particular bird stand to Atlantic City. I mean, in case, listen, if someone wanted to think that they were real, like someone's gambling and they look out the window, they might see those birds and think, you know what, let me get done gambling so I can go feed the birds.
Get the M&Ms.
And get them some M&Ms and some caramel corn and chocolate. But
okay, well, I understand. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is a real rarity. We're going to leave you off with a fantastic footage of some of the people who are going to go in right now with the M&Ms and feed the birds.
Yes,
if you want to look
he's
over there,
getting
you're gonna
ready
see
right
he's getting
now.
ready. He's getting his suit on, so we're going to leave you just with that.
Yes, thank you.